Hey guys, so we go out to a lot of airsoft events, and it's not always the easiest thing to keep things at home and move them back and forth. So thankfully, we've been able to build sort of an armory here at Evike.com. It's right next to our film studio, actually in the same kind of room, which is convenient. So let's head on into our film studio, and you guys can take a look at the Evike.com arsenal, or armory. Soccer. So this is the Evike.com armory of sorts. Well, really, it's the marketing team armory.
We keep a lot of equipment here.
Yeah, so there's a good mix of kind of company guns as well as personal guns, just because it's convenient to keep them all in one place so we can do different loadouts and things. And it's a great place to store them on the wall, as well as our other gear and things. So do you want to start off talking about something specific?
Yeah, sure. Right here we keep all these bins are kind of full of different things we need, whether we need green gas, grenades, BBs, miscellaneous pouches, stuff like that. We have our gear rack 1, which has a few of the employees' vests on here. We have shade. We have the Not Shades vest. We have a few other ones. We keep our radio charge station, as well as some helmet setups and stuff like that. We're all using the Baofeng UFI-5Rs. Pretty good radios. Some of us use HYTC TC580s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those are good radios as well. We get a lot of questions about what kind of radios we use, and those are the ones we've found work pretty well.
The only difference between the two really is the type of connector they use. Unfortunately, they use two different connectors.
Yeah, one uses the Kenwood, one uses... So, and then, so we come in here, we kind of, we have some helmets and stuff like that. Matt's rig lives right here.
There was no other room on the...
There's no room on the gun rack, so he gets, or his gear rack, so he gets his own kind of special world. We have some camo. Some of this is mine. We recently kind of made a Evike team type loadout, so we use a blue shirt and a gray bottom. It's kind of our...
Which I have yet to purchase.
But hey, me and Not Shades go out and run it. So
yeah.
And then we have our guns.
Which brings us to our gun wall.
This is Matt's beloved 416.
Yeah, this is my tried and true. This came out. See, you'll notice this was the original, like the Vega Force Incorporated out of Temple City. When I first started importing these, this thing's really old. I think I've rebuilt it like 5 or 6 times, and every time it gets a little bit different. I like to keep pretty simple, just a red dot and a flashlight. And this is the Phoenix TK15
Great light
that we sell with the pressure switch attachment for the top of the rail because it's easy to access. And actually, I got this from you and Shades and Kent. Yeah, you guys all use the same. So that was a great adaptation to that. And then I keep everything quick detach as well. But yeah, that's my 416. I keep the batteries in the buffer tube, and I've got a sling mount point on there on a swivel. And then of course I've got my M27. M27 is just a big brother to the 416. One of my favorite guns. Again, it was great out of the box. It's got a really cool color scheme. It's not too heavy, although the front rail does add quite a bit of weight. But I kept the flip ups on there for when I need to remove this. It's got an add-on red dot on the top, a solar red dot. And again, batteries go in the back. I gotta say though, I think I prefer this stock over the stock that I've put on the 416, simply because this one's easy to get to the battery, and on that one I have to actually use the tool that it comes with to remove it to get to the buffer tube.
This is one of Kent's custom builds. So this is his Western Arms. Features a really sick custom kind of... apparently this receiver is really rare is what he told us, or told me. So it's a replica of the AAC Magpul collaboration project.
Oh, wow.
So that's like a really rare receiver, and then he's got Surefire Scout set up actually on this dual pressure switch. So he has his laser running on one pressure switch and his light running on the other. Actually, I might have to steal this idea. I really like that.
That's kind of cool. I don't know what you said, get out a laser in a game, but...
I mean, sometimes I'll run a laser at night, but other than that, I mean... but that
functioning PEQ box. He's got the aim point and the flip out of the way magnifier.
If I can, it's got the flip out, so that way you have that, and then you just kind of flip over the, and then you have magnification.
That's exactly why I thought my one was easier, except that when I lost it.
This is one of mine. This is what I used at Red Storm West. Kind of similar feature to Kent's gun, maybe a little bit lighter though. I already see that picking it up. It's actually
the rail system
a lot lighter.
I'm sure.
So I use all my guns use the Troy TRX rail, and then I use a Surefire. This is not a Scout. It's actually a Defender. It's the same light, just a little bit cheaper actually. You can find sometimes. So that's on that. It's on a top pressure switch like we all been using, and then this one actually has my laser set up on a side laser. T1 type red dot or micro red dot, and yeah, just overall, I kind of set up all my guns this way. That's my other outdoor gun. All of them are set up as you see using the Troy Battle Axe stock. I love the stock for the battery compartment. It holds.
Although that also meant that you had to switch all your batteries to that square type battery.
Yeah, but I have only 2 of them, and they last all weekend. I don't have to charge them, so that's kind of nice. Plus, and then both of them are running trigger MOSFETs. That one runs a Chimera, and this one runs the Spectre.
All right. So we'd invite Shades to come talk about his guns. Of course, Shades doesn't talk. So we took the opportunity while he was not anywhere near us to talk about his gun. Without further ado, this is the Shades Daytona Custom. Now, it is a Daytona gun, so it is HPA powered. A little bit different than a Polar Star in the fact that this one's actually a blowback. So this works just like a gas-powered blowback rifle.
Yeah.
And doesn't have any electronic control, so you don't have to worry about having a battery. The coolest thing about this is really how quiet it is, despite being a blowback.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen Shades sit in a bush and just start nailing people, and no one can hear where he's coming from. When we were at Broken Home, he was sitting and just nailing those guys in the truck, and nobody had any idea where he was shooting from.
This is the APS Cam 870. So it's the it's the ejection one. We actually souped this one up, so it we put all the real steel, real Magpul furniture on it for the 870, and kind of really made it look cool and redid it. But it's a pretty cool build. I think one of our guys took a little bit of time to actually really make this look really cool, I think. Other than that, I mean, in terms of we have like rental guns, we have or not rental guns, we have guns for other people to check out. We have a bunch of old school, we have a Chris Vector, we have 2...
H&Ks.
These are really old. One of them is actually, this one here is the G39, but the one behind it, that's a Marusian gas blowback MP5. One other project that we have up here, this is a build from one of our marketing guys, Jeff. It's an SR16 classic style.
Which you don't see a lot of anymore. The SR16 rail is such a lost relic.
Yeah, it is. I think it's just because everybody wants that full-length rail now, so, but this is still a very classic look. I really dig this gun a lot.
Back when high-speed, low drag was not a thing.
Yeah.
So one of the big things for storing all the guns here is, that's great and it looks really cool and it makes them easy to access, but we don't always have, a way to transport them immediately available. So we have different storage devices, whether we're using a gun bag or one of our hard storage cases. We've got those kind of lined up on the side there. There's really no easy place to store gun boxes when they're hard shell cases. So really they just have to be stacked.
Yeah,
if you have a huge armory to yourself, it's it'll build up really fast. I mean, how many hard cases do we all have kind of between us? But thanks for joining us. I hope you guys got a more in-depth look at kind of the guns that we run and the things that we've done to our gear to make them a little bit more usable. Maybe you were able to glean some information or some tips out of what you've seen here. If you guys have any questions on any specific things that you've seen in our armory, just shoot us a message on one of our Facebook fan pages.
Yeah, we have make sure you check out the fan page to especially get a hold of you quicker. It's a lot easier for us to check it because it's related to our regular Facebook accounts.
Well, it's because it's just
easier.
On my phone.
It's on your phone, so it's easier. So those I'll put those in the link description below. But it's just basically Airsoft Evike, Matt or George, or you can ask maybe you can
the Evike.com direct Airsoft.Evike.com.
Yeah, so make sure you check out all that stuff. Check out our website for a lot of this gear. We're going to list a lot of it below, such as the stuff from High Speed Gear.
Links to all the products.
We're going to put all that below. So make sure you check out some of that stuff. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.
See you later.